Welcome to a deep, immersive, and unforgettable journey into the shadows of the late 19th century. Today, on Vintage Shots, we are peeling back the velvet curtain to uncover a world that the rigid, polite society of the Victorian era tried to bury, yet could never truly extinguish. We are stepping into the authentic, the bold, and the scandalous world of burlesque in the year 1890. The word burlesque carries a massive weight of history. It traces its roots back to the Italian word burlesco, which comes from burla, literally meaning a joke, a ridicule, or a mockery. But by the 1890s, in the heart of the Victorian era, it was so much more than just a simple prank. It was a powerful, rebellious, and explosive form of theatrical entertainment that turned the social hierarchy upside down. It took the serious, the sacred, and the sophisticated, and it dragged them onto a stage filled with roaring laughter, biting satire, and a provocative display of the female form. Take a long, careful look at these images. These are not just grainy photographs from the past. They are revolutionary documents preserved in the Dr. Charles H. McCaghy Collection. This collection is a treasure trove of exotic dance, curated by a man who saw the sociology, the struggle, and the art behind the sequins. Look at Eliza Blasina, standing with a defiant, almost regal grace. She wears an extraordinary horse-head hat, a short costume with a horsetail attached to her back, and rows of beads and bells clinking around her ankles, her wrists, and her neck. In 1890, this was shocking. It was a visual parody of the high-class equestrian culture, a direct slap in the face to the elite who prided themselves on their stables and their pedigree, delivered with a sharp wink and a playful smile. Then we see Ella Chapman. She is encased in shining, cold metallic armor, wearing tight leggings and a feathered helmet for the production of Rice's Surprise Party. This wasn't just a costume, it was a political statement. By wearing armor, a centuries-old symbol of male chivalry, war, and power, in such a revealing and provocative way, she was mocking the very foundations of Victorian patriarchy. She was saying that the weaker sex could occupy the space of the warrior and do it with more style. The stage of burlesque was a temple of extravagance. The sets were elaborate, the lighting was dramatic, and the music was carefully composed to pulse through the hearts of the audience, making them feel every beat. It wasn't just about the dance, it was about the spectacle of the human spirit. On any given night, you might see a soulful folk singer, followed immediately by a daring fire eater, or a contortionist bending their body in ways that seemed utterly impossible. It was a carnival of the strange and the beautiful. We must mention Dolly Adams with her iconic tasseled boots and her heavy cross pendant, a daring mix of the religious and the provocative. Or Rose Hamilton in her short dress and delicate strap shoes, posing with a confidence that women were told that they shouldn't possess. And look at Miss Darcy, dressed in a short Renaissance male costume, wearing leggings that revealed the shape of her legs. Why was this so important? Because in the Victorian era, a woman in trousers was the ultimate act of defiance. They were playing with gender, playing with class, and playing with the hidden desires of the masses. By the 1880s and 1890s, burlesque had established its own unwritten rules, a code of conduct for the outcasts. The dialogue had to be quick-witted, filled with sharp puns and double entendres. The plot? The plot didn't really matter. The The focus was on the leg business, a term used to describe the focus on the female form that bypassed the strict censorship of the day. This was the era of Lydia Thompson and her legendary British blondes, the women who brought this rowdy and vulgar theater from England to America, changing the landscape of global entertainment forever. But as the wheel of time turned toward the 1920s, the art form underwent a painful transformation. The witty satire began to fade, and the striptease began to take center stage, becoming the primary draw for a different kind of audience. What was once a clever, intellectual mockery of Shakespeare, opera, and the aristocracy became a spectacle of the gradual reveal. By the 1940s, the authorities tightened their grip, and the golden age of burlesque, with its satire and its soul, slowly disappeared into the dusty shelves of history. As we conclude this visual journey, look at Minnie Marshall sitting on that stone fence, or Alice Atherton with her parasol, her long white gloves, and her tall laced boots. We're looking at a world that was brave, bold, and breathtakingly beautiful. These women were the unsung pioneers of performance art. They stood in the crossfire of a cultural war between the elite and the working class, and they survived with feathers, sequins, and unapologetic, defiant laughter. If you found these stories as fascinating as we did, then don't let the history die here. These women fought for their place on the stage, so let's give them a place in our memory. Please like this video if you appreciate the beauty of the past. Subscribe to Vintage Shots right now to join our community of history lovers and explorers. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey back in time. What do you think about the costumes of 1890? Was it art or was it scandal? Leave a comment below. We read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. Share this video with your friends who love history, art, or the unusual. Goodbye, and we will see you in the next chapter of history.